another thing from the Halloween group before we jump into full ends, and this kind of goes into ends, so I guess we can just dive in.
Sure.
There was a post with a YouTube link that I have not looked at because I don't want to see any of this stuff.
Well, we're very careful about that.
Right. It's not. This isn't per se a spoiler, I don't think, but I didn't even want to dive into this aspect. I'll just read you what the caption says. There's a theory going around that Sheriff Hawkins is Michael Myers' brother and has been protecting him all along. I
mean, I doubt it, but I mean, it's not the most. That's not the most outlandish thing I've ever heard.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just one of those things. We got theme music, man.
And music and lights and.
I know, right? We've stepped up our game this week. We got music. We got lights.
Yeah. I didn't even have to increase the budget.
Right. But no, I feel like that's a different. I don't know, man.
Well,
at this point, with everything they're talking about, and again, we haven't really reached that part yet.
I honestly, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to expect going into this.
No, I really don't, man. And I know you feel it, and I think other people that have talked about it really feel it too. It's one of those things where, like, you really don't. So some of these half-assed, off-the-wall theories, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know.
I mean, there are a few of them that I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Before we get into that stuff, there was one other thing that I wanted to read to you that I kind of like, because it kind of feels how we've been feeling at this too. This person just kind of like posted their thing on here, and it kind of makes sense. And I think like we were just talking about how everybody's kind of feeling a certain kind of way. I'm hoping this Halloween Ends trailer puts some gas in my tank, because admittedly, I'm just not nearly as pumped for this as I was with Kills, and especially 2018. It has a lot to do with my own assumptions on how they're going to take the story and conclusion. I hope I'm wrong, and I'm in for a shock and awe of an ending. I think a lot of people are starting to feel like that.
So here's the thing. I get that feeling. I get not being as excited about this one. I know that I can sit here and look at us. We're super fans. A lot of our commenters are super fans, and we're going to be excited no matter what. But I can understand, like, Halloween 2018 was just like this like unbelievable thing we were going to get. You know, all the cool things that we were doing, starting from, you know, a direct sequel to the original, bringing back Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, and then even Nick Castle for a little bit, bringing back John Carpenter to do the score and to consult a little bit. I mean, and everything was just like, wow, this is great.
Yeah.
The movie was super solid. Aside from, you know, again, you know, everybody, you know, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but most people seem to really like the movie. Halloween Kills got a little sloppy, I admit. Halloween Kills got a little sloppy. You know, it was you know, convoluted, and it was kind of disjointed with kind of all this stuff happening at once. What I will say is the scenes with Michael were awesome.
Yeah.
You know, James Cordy was awesome. The flashback scene was just phenomenal.
Oh, you mean Tony Moran, right? He was awesome as Michael
Tony
Myers.
Moran, yeah.
Yes.
You know, but like I said, it got a little sloppy, and I think that kind of disappointed a lot of people. And I think that a lot of folks think that, okay, they've gone from a really cool idea of going back to the roots, and now within 2 movies they've blown it up into the same thing that it was before, and now we're just getting this crazy sequel with this, you know, weird explanation. You know,
yeah.
I still think that these guys have a really good 2018-esque slowed down movie in them.
Yeah.
You know, I think that, you know, when I read things like there's a lot more stalking in this movie, that really, really excites me, because one of the things I complained about with 2018 is there wasn't enough Michael sneaking around in the shadows.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I love about the original is just he's there in the background all the time. He's in the background most of the movie.
Speaking of the guy behind you there, like I told you, that one scene where they actually cut it from Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
Was the scene where Lonnie was walking, you know, on his way back from the ugly ass Mulaney kids.
Yeah.
And he saw Michael standing behind the bush, and that was such a good scene that I wish they'd have kept it in there.
Yeah, because that is vintage Michael Myers. That's what when you talk about the purists that are out there, that's what they're talking. That's what they're looking for. So when I hear there's going to be a lot more stalking, that's what I imagine, which they're set up perfectly to do a movie like that now.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it was tough to do in 2018 because everybody knew that he just escaped.
Yeah.
And everyone's looking for him. So he's just going to go out. He has pent-up aggression. He's going to go out and kill a bunch of people. Yes. Halloween Kills is just a continuation of that. Everybody's out looking for him. You're not going to,
Right.
Now it's 4 years.
Jump.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No one's going to realize. Nobody even has to realize that he's back.
Right.
Until it's too late. So, yeah, I don't know if he's turned this thing up, but this is. Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I say, man, we got theme music, we got lights, we got effects, man. We're sweet now.
Yeah, we're gonna get it. Probably get a copyright claim because of this in the background.
Right. So Halloween Ends reshoots. Here's a big thing that we kind of touched on. Now there's
more extensive than what we had thought.
So I don't know what the hell I tried to say right there. Halloween Ends reshoot scene, which we're gonna touch on more in a few. Wowed Jamie Lee Curtis. So it sounds like we could be in for something special. Okay, now we're going to be pissed. Now we're going to be wowed. I don't know what the hell is going on, but something's going to happen at this point.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah. So, but we're going to touch more on the actual reshoot part. So we got a little bit of a news from FX artist, Christopher Nelson, who's responsible for quite a bit of stuff in this series. We had talked about him before. He said the reshoots about the movie. He talks about that. He says it's weird and different. Let me read what he said. He said,
they're doing the same thing with the reshoots that they did for the movie.
Right. So he says that I'm excited for people to see the movie. I think it's weird, it's different, and I like that. He also says, I went and did Halloween reshoots. I'm not going to talk about it because I can't. I did that and it went well. It was very busy. We didn't do a whole lot. It wasn't 2 weeks like everyone's saying it was. It was 4 days. But it went well, and I was very happy with everything. We had a good time, and I'm excited for people to see the movie. Here's what kind of takes the wind out of my sails right here. It's weird and different. You don't hear that about a Halloween movie. You just don't.
I go back to what Keith said in the comments about it being some sort of I don't remember his exact words, but something about it being an experimental thing.
An experimental type of,
And that sets off alarms to me. I don't want an experimental. I don't mind you doing something different, but weird is a red flag to me.
And that's something because Christopher Nelson's done nothing but pretty much praise the last 2 movies.
Yeah.
So for him to say it's weird and different, I don't know, man.
We're getting into this. Let's explore Michael's, what makes him tick, and that's where it can get weird, maybe in terms of like explaining things. I mean, what can be more weird and different than a satanic cult that makes you kill your family and have sex with your niece to implant a baby into her that you can?
Here's Jamie. But one of the other things, now I don't know if it was misquoted, but I did hear that he also said the finale is weird. I don't like that.
All this stuff like about this shocking, weird, unexpected finale, and again, I'm all about something different.
Right.
Weird. Weird implies something else to me.
Exactly. So speaking of the reshoots, in a video by Halloween Daily News, I did watch this one. They talked about a lady that had worked as a background extra. And she confirmed that Jamie Lee Curtis, James Jude Courtney, and Sheriff Hawkins were all back for the reshoots of the film because she was also a part of that. Nothing else obviously came out of it because they're not allowed to talk about it.
Sounds like maybe they wanted to add something.
Yeah, I mean, they were only there for 4 days. You can do a lot in 4 days, though. We've talked about that before.
Even when we've done stuff, just our small operation. I mean, we're talking hours. We're talking 8 hours at a time.
Very true.
And they probably go longer than that. In reality,
12. Usually they tell you 12 to 14-hour days.
Yeah.
So the fact that they had the heavy hitters back for it makes you wonder, though.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I'm still not jumping on the bandwagon. It's because the movie sucked. I don't think that's it at all.
Not at all. I
I mean,
think
hey,
maybe
the movie might suck, but that's
I
not.
mean, well, let's
We
be
won't
honest.
know until we see it.
And
But
in some people's eyes, it will be terrible.
sure, there, yeah.
Some
Some
people
people are
already
gonna.
think it is terrible and they haven't even seen it yet.
Well, and
So,
that's kind of that's the thing. It's like you can't judge it. I'm not saying one way or the other. I don't know. I might.
Yeah.
I hope I like it.
Right.
But I don't know. I might not.
Right.
But I don't know that now. And
Exactly.
I certainly don't think that
There's
reshoots that are so common in the film industry
right.
is an indication
Absolutely.
one way or another. But it is unusual to me. It seems like these reshoots were more than just minor than what we originally thought. Maybe
right. There's something behind it. Something bigger behind it.
Right.
So John Carpenter says, well, it's Halloween, and it ends.
Yeah, which we've heard before. We've heard it from Jamie Lee Curtis.
He also says, you'll see it's a departure from the others. It's interesting. Dave is a really good director. I love working with him. Also, Carpenter's thoughts kind of make me feel some kind of way too. The fact that he says it's interesting.
That's almost like saying it's weird.
Right. It's different. It's weird. So again,
interesting. It's something else. It's going to piss you off. It's going to shock you, surprise you. You won't expect it. You won't see it coming.
Right. They're giving us very vague things here and there, and
maybe it is aliens. Aliens are weird.
Telling you that theory about Nope. I'm just saying.
Nope.
And
even Michael. That'll be finally. Michael speaks on his way up. Higgs gotta go. Nope.
Nope. So we have one more. Nick Castle was quoted saying the film is surprising. So we have weird, different, surprising, and it's going to depart from the other films. What the fuck is going on here? Like, really?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that they understand that we still want to see a Halloween film.
Right. Yeah. Please.
I don't listen. I don't care if you have some message you want to put in it, as long as it's subtle enough, whatever.
Yeah.
If you want to do, obviously we're talking with people who are artists and they want to do their own thing. I get it. I don't mind it being different in some ways. But at the end of the day, if you're selling the Halloween fan base a Halloween film, it has to be a Halloween film. Kind of like what we talked about with earlier with Final Destination.
Yeah.
Great if you want to do something totally different.
Right.
But then it's not Final Destination. Same thing would apply to this. A Halloween film is Michael Myers stalking and killing people, and that's the element that you have to have in there.
Yep.
And in terms of the ending, that you want to end it on a grand scale, that's fine. But remember, your ending can make or break your movie. So
absolutely, yeah.
I don't know. It seems like these guys have had a path and an end point they've wanted to get to from the beginning. So
I also feel like they've changed some of that too, because remember they said they kind of rewrote this film a little bit to cater to a Christine-esque type of movie. I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
And you still have that out there where they said that the pandemic is going to be somehow. I know they said it's not as pronounced as. Again, I don't want any stupidity with that either.
No.
It's totally fine to acknowledge it. That it happened, but like this isn't the time or place to rehash all that.
Nope, we live through it. We don't want to.
Yeah, enough's enough. Exactly. Yeah,
exactly, dude. So my last bit of news that I have for today, I actually just saw this before we started filming. Jason Blum sent out a tweet, and it says, "Some of you fans are so harsh," in really big letters.
They are.
It's very scary. He said, "I hear you on the Halloween trailer. And I hear you on Five Nights at Freddy's." I guess that's something they've been talking about doing too. Both projects are top of mind. We are working on both. So I will say some of these fans are getting a little crazy. We have decided that we're not as bloodthirsty for a trailer as we were before.
No.
But
Halloween
dude,
kills. I want to see something, but listen.
Right. But there's there's memes out there that I saw, like there's one of Michael Myers holding like a poster that says something about "we want the Halloween Ends" trailer, and then there's the other one that I posted the other day that says "where the fuck is the Halloween trailer?" And it's like, dude, it's okay to listen. Within the next probably 3 weeks, we're gonna get a trailer. It's gonna happen.
And if we don't, we'll get it sometime after that. Here's the thing. The trailer's coming.
Yeah.
I want everybody to remember how pissed they were when they got the first trailer last time and it ruined the damn movie. Because it did. I knew every damn thing that was going to happen in that movie before I sat down to watch it. The only thing that was different, that was surprising to me, really, was the flashback scene. It wasn't surprising, but they didn't overexpose that, and even that maybe they showed a little too much, but not. And I didn't see Karen dying at the end. That surprised me. That's it. I pretty much knew that that the movie was that Laura was going to be in the hospital the whole time. I knew that Marianne Chambers was going to die in that car scene. I knew that I did think Lindsay was going to die. I knew a lot of the deaths. I knew that there was a mob. I knew at some point they were going to beat the hell out of Michael, and that he was probably going to get up. They
did give you a lot, and that's the thing, man.
They gave everything away.
I think the runtime of the trailer was like what, 2:40 something.
Yeah, and then they kept putting trailers out.
And when you saw the 2-minute and 40-some second runtime, you were like, oh shit, this is half the movie. This is it,
And I think that was, and I really hope that they've learned.
Right. Listen, I want to see something from this movie. I'd like to see a poster. I'd like to see a
poster would be cool.
Right.
Poster would be cool.
I want to see a trailer too, but I'm not like beating down Blumhouse's door. No. Man. When it comes out, dude. It's going to come out. We know that.
We know we're getting the movie. You know what I mean? Listen, is the trailer gonna make you want to see it more or less? I don't know.
Really, we don't know. What's funny though? What if they really like fucked everybody and said, you know what? You're not getting a trailer. You're not getting a teaser. You're not getting a poster. Just go to the theater in October. That would be some shit. That would be some shit.
I still think. I mean, obviously they have to do some marketing because there's still casual people out there. I don't honestly. If they came out and said we're not going to do a trailer, I'd probably be fine with it. I mean, truthfully, I'm going to see the movie no matter what. I'm invested in it at this point. I'm obviously it's a movie called Halloween with Michael Myers in it. I'm going to see it.
Yes.
So for me, it's not going to matter. I don't care if I see a trailer. I want to see it. I mean, I want to see a good. Where'd I go? I want to see.
Michael got you. Look out.
I was in the upside down for a second.
Shit.
I want to see a well done. I do want to see a well done trailer that is minimum. That has minimum. That shows that you know what I'm trying to say. The minimum amount.
Yes, I got you.
Like a quick minute and a half of just some flashes, and maybe you can give me a glimpse of a kill without telling me who's being killed.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, don't ruin it. Exactly.
Yeah. And that's it. And that's all I need. And you don't need to do multiple trailers. You don't need to show me, but for your TV spots, you could use the same footage and just splice it up differently if you want.
You want to know what I'm more excited about? To hear this version of the Halloween theme from John Carpenter.
Yes,
I love
and the rest of the soundtrack. But I will tell you, look at the song, the titles at your own risk, because sometimes the titles of the tracks will give something away if you're really looking.
That's 100% true. And then usually what John Carpenter's been doing too is they won't release not really just him per se, but whoever releases the soundtracks won't release the soundtrack until the day the movie actually drops in theaters too. So it usually comes out the same day, because I remember
I would like to hear the Halloween theme. Or at least, I mean, he does usually. Like the last couple, I believe he's done multiple versions of the Halloween theme. It would be kind of cool to get a little bit of that, because that shouldn't give away anything.
No,
but like the Shake Stocks Allison and stuff like that. It's like, okay, well, if you look at these titles, it could give something away. And again, I'm very adverse to spoilers. I really try to avoid them. If I see something, I'm gonna kick myself for it. So but
I mean, it is what
it could. Yeah, I mean, in this day and age, it's like you can't. Sometimes you can't avoid it. So
absolutely not. But is it time for my favorite time of the week?
It's time for your favorite time of the week. Let me
comment time.
This is I don't know what we want to call it. It's a comment. The Horror Guys comment corner. I don't know. That's kind of
there. It is. Comment corner.
Comment corner. Here we go. We'll start with comments on part 1 of our of our mega marathon video from last week. Okay, we have eight different comments. I'll try to get to a bunch of them. Of course, as of 6 days ago, the October says 105 days until Halloween ends, and as usual, we love that. Keep doing that, and I cannot wait till that gets down to 0.
I do believe, if I'm right, today would make it officially 99 days until Halloween ends.
So
yeah, I think we're at 99 days. So we're in the double digits now.
We're getting there. It's coming fast. I mean, we're not far. We're July now. If you know.
Yeah.
ATG NAT podcast. Love these guys. Alan and John, great show. Gets better every episode. Thank you very much. Thanks for the shout out and support. We'll continue to do the same for you guys. Absolutely. And again, those guys got really cool show. Really,
dude, their intro is hilarious.
Their intro is spot on, and it makes me feel like we really need to get to work on.
Dude,
on some...
is the song not catchy as shit though? Like,
yeah, it's great. It's great.
It really is, dude.
Honestly, it's the intro alone is worth checking it out. So thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Keep doing what you're doing because you're doing good work.
Yes.
Greg Shepard says Ghostface runs into Michael Myers. Love Ghostface to death, but he would absolutely be shredded.
Listen, if Michael was possibly stalking the streets on Halloween night and a Ghostface kid runs into him, there you go. There's your Ghostface Michael Myers.
Cool. That would be pretty cool. Sadly, with the intellectual property and everything else,
it's
probably
not going to happen. Yeah.
I don't understand what this is, and I don't want to say this name on here because somebody out there will probably say that I'm being homophobic or something, but it's a weird name that I don't know what it's supposed to reference. But you got to click the little translate to English thing, and it still doesn't make any sense to me.
Oh, jeez.
LP reacted the letter D. Oh, I think LP reacted the right way. She is vom.monster. Need of over drama or over consideration actions. She doesn't deserve, with a little star thing, consideration. As LP said, life has not started. Let us learn. Here's the thing. There's a good chance that this is somebody from another country trying to make a point. And I'm not trying to make fun of somebody, but
no,
the funny thing is you put like a little emoji with like a question mark, and then I responded and said lots of really good points here.
Dude, I feel like if we unscramble that and like somehow translate it, it's gonna come out to saying obey from like they live.
Oh my god.
Don't fuck with it, dude. Don't fuck with it.
I feel like somebody's trying to make some sort of point here, but I feel bad, like they're struggling to articulate it.
We appreciate you. We just don't know what the hell you're saying.
Definitely, I'm really not trying to make fun of you or anything.
No, not at all.
I had no idea what any of that meant. Okay. So
I did take time to try to comment on everybody's stuff this past
week. I
week.
try to do it when I can too. There's a lot of comments here. Keith says, "Great job, guys. Enjoy the videos. Two friends who love Halloween." Absolutely, dude. And I would do this every day of my life if I could. But this is something we look forward to. And honestly, and we've said it here before, we look forward to talking with you guys because you guys are fans too, and that's really all this is. It's a forum for all of us to just talk about what we love. It's horror movies, and specifically Halloween. Obviously, is always at the top of our minds.
Sure.
David Irwin says, "Had fun with the stream, guys. Well done. I heard Dave McCrae called that freeze frame shot a tableau." Yeah, I believe that. Yes, yeah, that's what we were talking about last week, where basically it's a freeze frame in a way, but it's not really like a picture in terms of like it's just the actor stop moving.
I had commented on that too, and we had talked about that a little bit. And I told him, like, for me, it always threw me for a loop because as they panned up, they were still moving, so I wasn't sure, like, okay, was that? But then I see, like, you explained it to me last week too, and then like hearing it from him too, that's what they were kind of going for. But it always just threw me for a loop because they just seem so cool with everything. Like, oh, well, it looks like our son may have killed someone, but it's cool because he's done that shit before, so no worries, happy Halloween, like they don't care, but no, I just always threw me for a loop in a way. But I get it, I understand what they were going for.
Yeah, I'm looking actually Tableau in movies. Yeah, my understanding of it is it's more of a it's typically more or less used in like live stage than it is so much in film.
Okay, yeah, I got what you're
But somebody also mentioned, I believe he also mentioned that that also they did
So
it in,
essentially, what you're saying is almost like if you're like watching a play, and like when the scene goes black, we'll say like
they'll
people kind of
do
just
they'll
freeze
do
there.
like or something like
Okay,
that.
I got you. Yeah, I
But
got
it's
you.
kind of like one of those like artistic,
Right.
maneuvers, I guess you'd call it. Eric Peralta says, "Great video, fellows, and I am a big Halloween fan. That picture of Michael in the woods was awesome. Reminds me of the Halloween Return script ending, him hiding in the shadows after disappearing. Wish we saw something like the Death Row idea. It's very exciting, him going nuts and all hell breaks loose. Can't wait for Halloween ends. One thing that caught my attention, Annie being Michael's true target, him so this is what you were talking about, him stalking her.
We
Michael
talked about this. Yeah,
like 80% of the time due to the trash talking she made with high creep, speed kills. Let me know what you guys think. I definitely think that I don't think she was the primary target, but she was a target. The minute she decided she was going to talk shit and yell at him and stuff like that, it pissed him off and basically sealed her fate. Now she's probably going to die anyways, but that's probably why he kind of focused on her a little bit first.
And it's funny, and he still toyed with her ass ttoo before he killed her.
Yeah. So I think definitely like he was definitely out to get her in terms of he wanted a little bit of revenge because he is Michael Myers gets pissed. We saw it. We saw that's an example, and we saw the way he went back and killed Cameron in front of Allison the way he did.
Man, yeah.
And he did it in a way because she pissed him off.
Yes, she did.
She pissed him off, and so he did that in that way to get back at her. At least that's the way I view it. So the dude has emotions. It's just usually anger and
everybody always treats him as a like stupid type of slasher.
Yeah, which is far from the truth.
He's very smart and knows what he's doing.
He's much smarter than most of them, I would say.
He's smarter than the average bear, I'll tell you.
Keith says, reflections and mirrors. Remember that, horror guys. Okay, we will remember that. I don't know. Are we tying this in with the Bloody Mary or the Candyman thing? Reflections and mirrors.
Go say that. Just say it. Don't do it.
Reflections and mirrors. We'll keep that and we'll keep that in mind.
Yes.
Let's see here. Keith also says they are doing reshoots as of Saturday night, July 1st. Yes, and then there's some there was a little bit of a back and forth there that we don't necessarily have to get into.
No. Here's the thing. We talked about it. Christopher Nelson said that they did 4 days. Some people thought 2 weeks. I don't know where it came from. I don't even know when they started, to be honest with you. Either way, they did 4 days. They're done now, and we're moving on. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's all we know. That's it. And that comes from the source that was there. So I'll leave it at that, I guess.
Jamie Lee Curtis and James. This is also Keith as well. Jamie Lee Curtis and James Courtney and all the main characters went back to Savannah for reshoots. That's what we talked about as well. And it does look like we have a little bit of a feud between two of our commenters.
I saw that.
Which we'll let you guys talk it out. In terms of like that's on you guys, but that's if you look back, there's Michael Audrey Myers had already wrapped. Keith says nope. You're wrong as of July. Blah blah blah. They've already been done. They're just going back and forth with each other, and hey guys, just
it's okay.
Don't
you can do that. It's all right. It is a healthy little disagreement and a chat. Halloween stuff.
We are nonpartisan now.
Fans are very passionate when it comes to these films. Listen, man, we're not always right. There's no reason to argue. We only speculate on shit that we hear, so we're not telling you that everything we say is legit and real because we don't know. We're just having fun with it. So I mean, no No arguments in the
Yeah.
comments. That's
I mean, if we have news, we tell you it's news, and we're pretty certain that this is being reported in multiple reputable sources from reputable people, and we'll tell you it's news. Listen, we talk about some of the craziest theories and everything. Obviously, these are just rumors, not even rumors. Some can't even classify it as rumors. It's just some guy on his phone taking a dump in the morning typed it out.
Bingo. Yeah.
And we'll tell you. In terms of reshoots, they I know that they were out there. We found out they were out for 4 days.
Yep.
We don't know what they reshot.
That's true.
No point in arguing with each other about it.
Nah.
If
it's all in good fun, man. All in good fun.
It is. But if you guys want to argue, by all means, we're not going to delete your posts or anything like that.
Nah. Have at it. Duke it out.
Duke it out, and you could argue with us, and you could argue, but I will say we appreciate everybody's comments.
Yes.
Every week that you guys come and comment, that is just another thing that drives us to keep doing this. I will tell you that the comments and just interacting with you guys. Would love to get some of you over on Reddit. I know that it's a lot to ask to jump over to other social media platforms and stuff like that. But if you're ever over there, if you're in the neighborhood, stop by and say hello. I think we can continue on a lot of this stuff over there. But you can also tell them where else they can find us.
Oh, well, yes. I would be happy to. Find us on YouTube. That's the main one. Obviously, you'll be watching us on YouTube. We want you to hit that subscribe button. We want you to send it to your friends, share it, have some good times. Come talk horror with us. Leave comments like we always, Alan just talked about.
Yeah.
You can find us on Spotify. We are finally on iHeartRadio.
We did it.
Yes. You can find us on iHeartRadio. Just search Horror Guys and boom, we'll pop up. We're there. Apple Podcast, Twitter, and I believe that covers just about everything. Except for Reddit. Reddit, which he mentioned also, but I forgot it last time.
Yeah.
So jump over on Reddit. Continue our horror talks over there. So follow us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Twitter, Apple Podcast, and Reddit. And let's have some horror fun, man.
Yeah. And we also have had a couple people talk to us about screening some of their things that they're doing. Everybody, anybody out there who, does short films, full-length films.
Yeah.
If you want us to take a look at some of your stuff, listen, we're just a couple regular guys who talk about it, but we'll check it out. And we're never going to shit on anybody's stuff, but we will give you an honest, fair opinion and, talk about your movie or whatever you're doing out there. And anybody else out there, we talk to the ATG and AT guys, let's all band together and share all this stuff because that's what it's all about. So, other than that, I think I'm tapped out.
That's all I got for this week, man.
I gotta go finish cutting the grass.
I gotta go hit the gym. So yeah.
So all right, guys. Well, hope you enjoyed the show. We'll hear what you have to say, and we'll see you next time.
Fans, check out and follow the Horror Guys. You can find them on Facebook, facebook.com/The Horror Guys. On Twitter, Horror Guys 21, that's HORRORGUYS 21. On YouTube, The Horror Guys. And also on Spotify, search for The Horror Guys.
Beetlejuice.